Hello, everyone. Hey, everyone. How are you? Let's see who's here. Madeline, Stacy, MJ. Hello. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm a little late. It's just been crazy for me. I haven't even had a chance to shuffle your cards yet. So let's get on that one. And while I'm shuffling, I'm going to go over some of what's going on. Okay, well, first of all, I've decided I'm going to do a live podcast tomorrow about something very important. I'm going to discuss why predictions are going to become less and less reliable, accurate as we go forward from this point. And it's both, well, the reason being is actually quite positive, but it's going to be really important to take note of. And in a way, let's just face it, when you don't rely on other people's predictions, you're really taking power and putting it back in your own hands. But I want to explain some things of why we're going to start to see this more and more common. And of course, tomorrow we've got such a big event going down. I have no idea how it's going to go down. I have a feeling it's going to be so close. I just popcorn for tomorrow. Okay. So what is happening this month? We have a pretty heated month. We're just coming out of a Mars-Pluto opposition. Mars has just moved into Leo. Thankfully, that's going to help us all out a little bit for the next 2 months. But we're still feeling like we're still feeling that out of sign opposition between Mars and Pluto for the next couple of days. Mercury is entering Sagittarius now, which is going to be there for 2 months because it's going to go retrograde, where we've got a Mercury retrograde starting later this month. And Mercury in Sagittarius isn't very strong. The same way Jupiter's not strong in Mercury's home, Gemini, which is where Jupiter is. The good thing is they've got mutual reception, which is great. So not only do we have a Mercury retrograde this month, we also have Saturn turning direct on the 15th. We have Pluto going into Aquarius on the 19th, which is a huge shift in energy. This is the first shift in energies that we're going to see of all the outer planets on all the big change that we're going to be seeing happening. It's a very, this is an important month. This is kind of like the beginning of a huge shift in change. Change unlike we've seen before. So, what deck do I want to use? What deck do I want to use? I think I want to use this deck. Okay, so we also have, we're going to have it on the 15th, but I'm going to talk about it because it's going to lead, these next 2 weeks are leading into the full moon in Taurus, which is happening right on Uranus, which is also on that Medusa star, fixed star, Algol. But there are some really positive alignments to that moon that I think are going to be assisting us, but expect that moon to be I feel we're going through a major, I don't even know if timeline change is the right word. I really feel like, you know how there's like 2 tracks of timelines right now? You've got the ascension timeline and you've got the non-ascension timeline. And those timelines are starting to split further and further apart, right? It's almost like 2 tracks. And what I feel like with this Uranus one is that it's a opportunity for you to there might even be parts of you that are still lingering on this track, and parts of you, because I feel like that's possible, is parts of you that are integrating into this ascension track, but then there's still maybe parts of you that are still not yet ready for that. And then there's like people who are completely not ready and people who are really fully on it. I feel like there's going to be a jumping of tracks somehow where some of you are going to really fully integrate and take the leap of faith and really go forward on that ascension track if you've been kind of straddling it. Some of you who've been not really ready for that ascension track are going to finally make a leap. Like there's something about this full moon in Taurus that feels like there's got some really big enlightenment factors to it. And of course, Mary and I will go into that next week on the podcast. We're going to be recording this week for you guys. So we'll go more into that. What else? We're going to use this deck. Okay. Speaking of jumping timelines, the Forbidden Journey Retreat is 50% sold out. It was 50% sold out really quickly. If any of you are thinking of coming, you can secure your ticket with just a deposit. You do not have to pay up in full. But I would suggest that if you're really wanting to come, there's only one private room available and then a shared room. So if you've already got your ticket, yay, you guys are solid. But we're already 50% sold out, which is really big. And Consuelo and I are so excited for this retreat. So if you're thinking of coming to the 3-day 180 retreat, also known as the Forbidden Journey Retreat, because I use my Forbidden Journey method at the 3-day 180, jump on it. This is the time to jump on it. Yeah, so that's really exciting. I'm super excited about that. I feel like there's something else I have to tell you. Oh, I'm going to be live on this guy's podcast this Thursday, which is going to be after the election. And we're going to be talking about how to navigate whatever's going down tomorrow, which I don't even think we're going to have a clear result tomorrow. I really don't. But I will post the link on Telegram. I will post it also on my YouTube here. I will share the live so you guys can jump in. It'd be great to see you there in his live chat. All right. I think that's good. I think that's it. Is that it? I think that's it. Let's just get into it already. Okay, who else is here? William, hello. Kim, hello, sweetie. Happily humbled, Susan V. Kat, love to see you guys. All right. Fire signs. Fire signs. You guys are first. Let me just get down the Aries, Leo, and Sag, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Just so you guys know, your sun usually pertains to more of your career, your purpose. It doesn't have to be, but that's generally like that. I definitely find my sun resonates more for like my career and purpose. Your ascendant can cover everything and anything, okay, because it's all you. Your moon can often maybe cover things that are more to do with like your internal world, sometimes your body, your health. And of course your Venus is love and money. So, and that doesn't mean that you won't find information in other like parts, but that's just a kind of general rule of thumb. I don't know. Sometimes I find like I'm feeling more of my Taurus sun, like am I really identifying with that? And then other times I'm like really identifying with my moon as a Sag. So it's like, just, be flexible in it and know that, those are just general rules, like rule of thumb, just to kind of help you guys understand. But that's the reason why it's good to know that, is because you can get actually pieces of information from each reading and then piece it all together and see how it's applying to your whole story. Okay. All right. Okay, fire signs for the first half of November. What is the main theme of fire signs reading, and what is the potential challenge? All right, what is the potential? What is the theme? What is the theme for fire signs for the first half of November? And what is the potential challenge? Okay. Oh, there we go. Love it. Oh, interesting. Okay. So this is really cool, fire signs. So the main theme of your reading is actually Chiron. Okay. And the reason why this is cool. Oh, wait, first I just got to show you my new nails. I don't know, but I got a matte. I don't know if it'll actually show you. I just love this color. It's a little more purpley. For some reason, it's not showing up. But I was like, I'm just loving this darker color. Anyways, okay, back to things that actually matter. Chiron, theme of your reading. The reason why this is actually really cool is because Mercury, when it goes retrograde, Chiron is going to be sitting at 19 degrees pretty much for the month of November and December. And so Mercury is going to make 3 passes to Chiron. The reason why this is important is because Chiron is sitting at the mark where we had our solar eclipse in April 8th. And so Mercury, I just want to say Mercury's going to be making a really nice trine to Chiron, which is kind of bringing up this aspect of really looking at something that we've been wounded over and have been doing work on. You know, Chiron's been in Aries for a while, but something to do with go back to the solar eclipse of April 8th, okay, in Aries. What themes were kind of playing out around that new moon solar eclipse? Chiron is activating that. But then you have Mercury, which is bringing in like messages. Mercury's information, communication. It's also about organization. So with this trine going on, it feels like you could really get some new perspective or get ideas that really help you shift something, because eclipses, remember, are fated points in time. So it's like it's trying to get you more on purpose. And so there's something about a major healing could be happening for a lot of us through November and December around like a wound that you have in your house of Aries, whatever Aries is for you. For me as a Cancer, it's my 10th house of career, fame, reputation, purpose, like all that stuff, goals. So this is telling me that for your reading in the first half of November, fire signs, this is about maybe a wound that you need to heal, or maybe there's a healing coming up. I don't know. What's really cool is that your challenge is the Ouroboros, the great serpent. So let me just go into that for you. Let's see here. The tail eater, the guardian, quantum realm. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. I feel like there's going to be quantum leaps, even though we've got really challenging energy coming up in the last 2 months of this year. I feel like, especially November in particular, there's something about quantum leaping, quantum change. So for you, fire signs, it's almost like you're being asked to really surrender to the quantum realm, the quantum possibilities. What sort of healing could you be going through that is allowing you to make like these quantum leaps forward in time, where like you could be making, again, like a major transformation? Again, the great serpent eating its tail. Remember that there's things you have to let go of, and it's a cycle. So things are always ongoing. It's never ending. And so what is ending is also beginning. Like it's that kind of thing. So it's an all-encompassing glyph of the alchemical process. The hungry snake bends itself around you in a gesture of protection and guardianship, giving you the space and safety to participate in the work. Anything and everything can be offered into its mouth for transformation, good, bad, blasphemous, or precious. The materials of our life transmute into gems along the great serpent's spine. So I feel that if you can surrender, fire signs, there are potential gems that will be kind of birthed to you or released. Maybe released is more of like they're ready for release to you, that you are able to actually take advantage of, because of the work you've been doing. If you're ready to like Surrendered. And again, when it comes to making quantum leaps, you have to be willing to go to a state of neutrality, right? Like you can't be too polarized. You've almost got to be willing to have no expectations. So really keep that in mind as we go through this reading. All right, so let's find out what we need to know about the past for my fire signs. We have the Five of Stars, which is the Five of Pentacles, followed by the Hierophant. Okay. What else do we need to know about the past for my fire signs? We have the Five of Crystals. And then we have the Five of Cups in reverse. 3 fives, which can be a very challenging number. But if you've taken my Womb of Activation course, you know that the fives are the goddess codes. And goddess codes are fantastic for fucking quantum leaping. So just keep that in mind. What else do we need to know about the present? The Six of Crystals in reverse. The Page of Cups. Okay, coming into the near future for my fire signs, we have the King of Cups. We have the Sun in reverse, and we have the Ten of Stars in reverse. Don't freak out about those reversals, fire signs, because I don't feel like they're bad. Okay, yeah, the overall energy. Oh my gosh, this is very, very like poignant for you, and very how do I say, like there's no way to slice it or dice it. This is just what it is. So you have the Eight of Cups in reverse, and underneath it is the Four of Stars, which is also the Four of Pentacles. Okay, so you're holding on to something. You're struggling to let go, leave behind something. And this can be what holds a lot of people back from actually wanting to move forward. There's often something that's almost got like, I don't know if it's got a weighted chain around your ankle and you may not even know it's there. You may be putting too much value on something that really has expired and it's time to just fully release it, let it go. It could even just be your expectations, you know, like, can you just let go of your expectations or your need for something to be the way you think it needs to be and just surrender? But there's the main theme here of your reading is you're finding yourself not moving towards what the thing is you're calling. And it's because you're holding on to something you're not letting go yet. And I think you're coming to a point, and it may be around this full moon in Taurus, air signs, where not air signs, fire signs, where you're ready to make the leap. Because it feels like you've done a lot of work, but there's some like hitch. It's like, I don't even know how to describe it in a sense that it feels like it's got more of a hold than it should. And all you really need to do is let go, and this thing has like no power anymore. So I don't know. I don't know if you've made like some agreement or what it is. But in your past, we have the Five of Stars, the Hierophant, and the Five of Crystals. So, look, I see that, you know, there was this, for some of you, this has to do with lack of money or less money than you want or some kind of stagnancy of money. Some of you, this has to do with your own personal self-worth, feeling alone, feeling rejected, feeling like you're isolated in some way. And I feel like this might be what the wound is all about. And it caused you to like really need to go within and deepen your own spiritual journey, commit to like a higher path of learning. You know, the Hierophant can be very spiritual in nature, but it can also just be about higher learning things that you need to make you obviously you're more educated, you can make better decisions, okay? But it also is a sense of commitment to this higher path. And then we see the Five of Crystals, and I feel like, I don't know, I wonder if there was this part of you that's almost at war with yourself, like, and there's a self-sabotaging component here that came up. And so like there's this part of you, it's like what I was saying at the beginning about these two tracks. Like half of you is over here on this track that's like on the ascension track, and the other one's like, nope, just gonna stay on this 3D earth line. And you know, and we all have parts of ourselves that might be like straddling the tracks. You know, there's like some parts of us that are so gung-ho, and some of our parts that are just like, wait, we're not ready yet. It's not to diminish your journey or who you are, where you're at. I don't want you, like, let your ego let go of that one, because that's not what it is. We all have moments where we're self-sabotaging. And so I'm wondering here what this self-sabotage is. We'll find out more when we clarify. But coming into this first half of November, we have the Five of Cups in reverse, Six of Crystals in reverse, and then the Page of Cups. Look, what I like is that there's a shift in energy of you finally starting to look at things from a different perspective of, okay, I'm not going to put all my energy into the problems. I'm going to stop looking at my problems. I'm just going to stop focusing on my problems. I'm going to stop looking at the glass as half empty. You know, it's like, because obviously if you want more problems, just keep focusing on the problems. But like, if you want solutions, you got to start thinking outside the box, right? And it's hard here because there's this part of you that's willing to do that. But then like there's this, I feel like there's something in your environment that's also circling this drain. It's like this repetitive thing that it's like, oh my God, like I need this to end. And this is where I feel like this Six of Crystals is also tied to this wound of this thing, or like what I should say is this thing that you're having a hard time letting go of, is it feels like there's something in your environment or someone around you that's tied into this situation where you feel like you're still holding on. And it's like, it's actually holding you back. And so I know there's a part of you that feels almost, I think for some of you, you feel almost guilty for moving forward, like you're leaving someone behind. But I want to say that the reality is that you're letting yourself stay behind. And no one is served by diminishing your own path. So I just want to say that. But I do see that there is a bright spot here for you fire signs with the Page of Cups. I'm seeing a new opportunity coming in for you, and it's related to either your dreams, what you like deeply desire for yourself, possibly even for some of you, something to do with love. And when I say love, again, I know a lot of you know this because you've been on my readings before, but it doesn't have to be romantic love. Okay. This can be like love of a friend, like love of, just someone really close to you. It can be like an important relationship. But in the future, we have the King of Cups, the Sun in reverse, and the Ten of Stars in reverse. And then this is where it's interesting, because with this King of Cups, I feel like, I wonder if there's someone around, either there's someone around you, fire signs, who is very mature emotionally, very intuitive potentially, very supportive to this higher path of yours, helping you transcend the wound, quantum leap, so to speak. This could actually, for some of you, even be you. I see you tapping into a very high level of intuitive energy here. So it's either someone around you supporting you in this process, or you're like doing this on your own. And it could just be like, also it could just be like emotional, mature love and support coming in. But here's the thing, your Sun and your Ten of Stars are in reverse. And this is why I don't feel like it's bad. We're going to see when we clarify. But it's almost like what I'm feeling for this Sun and Ten of Stars is that there's this, obviously the Sun brings in optimism. The Ten of Stars is like long-term commitment of time, investment of time, money, resources, stability, all that kind of stuff. Whether it's something material, it could even be a relationship. But I see it almost like I keep getting this image of it's going to go upside down, but it's because it's getting churned. Like it's almost going through its own, it's almost like it's going through its own eating of itself, you know, and it's going to come out upright. So it's weird. It's I don't know how to explain it. It's not bad. It's like it might feel a little transitiony, because it doesn't feel like it fully presents itself, but you're going to go through this kind of upside down motion. And at the same time, it's not going to feel bad. It's going to feel like, okay, this is really new. I don't know where we're going, but it's kind of exciting. And I'm just going to surrender. And I can't express that enough to you, fire signs. I feel very strongly for you that your quantum leap happens through some kind of surrender, letting go. So let's see what this 8 of Cups is all about. 8 of Cups in reverse. And there we go. There's your Uranus energy, the Tower coming in right out of the gate. Well, that's the theme. You got something surprising, something unexpected, perhaps even a breakthrough that comes from a breakdown. It also can be enlightenment, the Tower. Let's see what else is coming here. Something's got to change. You're going through big change here, fire signs. The 7 of Swords in reverse. One more, please, on this 8 of Cups in reverse. Ah, wow. How awesome is this? You guys have the Empress coming out. So there is almost like, okay, for some of you, it feels like there's a reconciliation happening between maybe you and someone else, or you with a situation. It could be a reconciliation with yourself. Okay, like reconciliation with your inner child and you. I don't know. Like there's something going on here where there's an apology coming through. It could also even be forgiveness to some degree, but it's like it really shakes things up to put you in a very abundant, fertile, expansive state where you're really starting to feel more abundant, see more of your own personal value and worth in ways that you haven't before. You may even be like leaning into expressing through that element of yourself. But what I'm seeing is a lot of expansion, and there's almost a little bit of an it factor on this Empress for you. So let's see what the 5 of Stars. What's this 5 of Stars? Okay, we have the Page of Wands in reverse. So I wonder if you got some news that was disappointing here that puts you in this place. Yeah, 2 of Pentacles in reverse. So it's almost like I'm getting with these 2 cards, like you're feeling down on your luck, either really isolated, rejected, or just kind of really feeling, I don't know if something happened with your finances where you're just kind of like down and out here. You got either news that you were hoping for to change things around or get like an opportunity got delayed, or you got some like not so fortunate news around it, and it kind of overwhelmed you. It put you in a little bit of I don't know, like a place of your wheels are spinning. It got a little scattered. Okay, like you really went out of balance here. So so I see why you wanted to go inward. So this Hierophant really kind of tap back into a spirit, a higher path, some kind of commitment to something, perhaps finding more stability. The Hierophant is very much about stability. It can also represent tradition. So I don't know if you needed to go back to something traditional for yourself that you can always lean on. You know it works. What is this Hierophant? Yeah, the Strength card. So you're really needing to tap into some kind of courage, some inner strength here, knowing that you can do this, or you have to face something ahead of you. I just feel like you're wanting to build up your own sense of courage and strength. And we have the King of Pentacles. Yeah, I think you're wanting to get to a much more stable place, a really high level of stability, security, maybe taking it up a notch in your career, your finances, or even just the commitment level of something, like you really wanted it to go to a whole new level. What's this 5 of crystals? And you had to turn inward. Like you were like, I think you were looking for answers and looking for guidance. So the 5 of crystals is clarified by the 6 of swords in reverse, which is right here in the heart of your spread. So again, it feels though like you did that, but then there's like there's either some kind of self-sabotaging energy, or you were in conflict with someone or your environment around you, that you found yourself just in this repeating cycle, like, oh, we're here again, energy. It's a little deflating. Yeah. And you have the Knight of Cups in reverse. And so it kind of is like, it stalls out your energy of wanting to like move forward with your like if your intuition was guiding you, like you're kind of like, no, I'm not going to follow that. Or if like if there was an opportunity that was being offered to you, you're like, no, I'm not going to take that. I don't know. It's just like you kind of shut down a little here. And so I feel like this is your opportunity to really kind of shake that off and really come out of it. So what's this 5 of Cups in reverse? We have the Hermit in reverse, and we have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So you're kind of coming out of your shell. You're kind of like, okay, I've went inward. I've kind of like looked at things. I feels like you're going back to, for some reason I'm hearing some of you went back to some basics that you needed to revisit, not because they're elementary, but because they're solid, like they work. And it's like, sometimes we forget like some of the basics, like they're simple, but they work, like they're good, and we forget about them. So I feel like for some of you, you went back to some tangible basics, of like what brings you that kind of stability, that security, that commitment. And this would be something that I think you've either started in the past or you've tried in the past, but maybe it didn't fully get its full motion set into motion. What's the 6 of crystals? So I see you kind of revisiting that. What's the 6 of crystals in reverse? Okay. So here's the really good thing with your 6 of crystals in reverse. Again, this is like this energy of, oh, why are we here again? Right? Like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like that's the 6 of crystals in reverse. You have the Queen of, sorry, my camera has a light on it. So you have the Queen of Wands and the Chariot card coming up on top. So somehow this sparks movement, right? Sometimes we need to get our back up against a wall, or we need to hit that like final, like, no, okay, this is the last straw. That's what it feels like for you fire signs. And it sparks you into motion, and it brings in a level of confidence that is needed, but also like the Queen of Wands is very assured of herself, right? Like she's tapped into her magnetic qualities. And so what I love about this is that it's like, okay, there's something like you're drawing energy towards you, right? Like you're not like necessarily chasing it, even though yes, you're set into motion. Yes, you're ready to move forward, but you're moving forward in a way that's like, I'm going to start pulling things toward me. It's like more magnetic, right? And like it's almost like you're charming the things in your field or people around you. So I see you in a really very charming element. So and as a result, I see this opportunity. Ooh, okay. I see this opportunity coming in. Ooh, okay. Which is clarified by the 2 of Cups and the 5 of Swords in reverse. So there is, for some of you, a new opportunity. For some of you in love, again, this could just be the union of 2 people who just really care about one another. This is also like a peace offering. This could also just be, if this has nothing to do with someone else, this is about like something that you've wanted to bring into your life, and it be something that you're working with. Okay. Like, so whether this is like a business opportunity, a project, or, something like it's coming into play here. And what I'm seeing is whatever conflict was there is now resolved. There's definitely some sort of like agreement or peace offering or peaceful energy coming in here. That's bringing in this new opportunity that could, for some of you, again, be related to you pursuing something that you deeply desire. So great energy for the first half of November here for you, even though there's a little bit of a low point, it's the catalyst that you need, and it sets everything into motion. So what's this King of Cups? Okay, we have the Nine of Pentacles. So you're feeling really good. Someone is either supporting you, or you're so tapped into your intuition and it's at really high levels, and it's guiding you towards you being successful, you being able to feel independent or secure on your own. Oh, look, and now we have the Queen of Cups on the King of Cups. This is very aligned energy. There's a very strong intuitive energies coming in, but also there's this harmony of, it's a like attracts like you're on the wavelength that you want to be on. So whatever it is that you're pulling towards you, you're pulling in the right partner or the right thing you need to partner with. Like, it's coming in, and it's kind of like a match made in heaven, so to speak. That's bringing in a lot of feel good energy. Like, you feel really good. You feel really good about this. It feels right. It feels aligned. It feels like, yeah, this can be a success. So what's this Sun in reverse? Okay, so here's what this is exactly what I said in the beginning. So your Sun in reverse is clarified by the Nine of Wands in reverse and the Death card in reverse. Look, you got to surrender. You got to let go. There is something. You've got these new things. They're coming in. You've got opportunities. Things are starting to move, but there is one final hitch, and you've got to let go. And it's something that's going to really allow you to bring in a high level of optimism, some kind of joyous thing that's just like joyous energy that brings in, like, again, even the Sun, it's like a higher level of consciousness, right? So you've got to let go of this kind of like, I gotta push, I gotta do. Again, I can't express it enough. It's all about you pulling things towards you, really kind of, again, going into that feminine energy, okay, with this Empress coming in. So that is what really turns this Sun around. The optimism, it's like this release, this let go. What's this Ten of Stars in reverse? Okay. All right, we have the Page of Swords in reverse, the Ace of Swords, the Nine of Cups in reverse, and the Knight of Pentacles. Interesting. Okay, there is something that is this Page of Swords when it comes to your money, your long-term investments, time, resources, all of that. Long-term stability, long-term commitments, the things that you really want to be around for the long haul to support you. Page of Swords in reverse is a delay energy, like very delayed, but it's also a little, it's got a little bit of a deceiving energy to it. Like, it's not truthful. And there's something that okay, this is what I want to tell you. When it comes to how you make money, how you commit to things, how you get that long-term commitment or stability, there is some little lie that I feel like for some of you, it's like your inner child that is telling that you still believe in. And I think you're going to have an aha moment, and it's about how the things that you want always happen slow. Okay, the things that you desire, like, that feel blocked, they feel blocked because they're coming in so uber slow. But you're going to have a breakthrough. This Ace of Swords is like, you're going to have like some kind of breakthrough, aha moment, clarity, where you finally see the thing that you're really needing to let go of. And when you do this is where you're like going to shift into quantum realms. So it's like you're kind of going through this transition. You are really making some amazing moves here, fire signs. But there's this this nagging little thing that you've got to release. I don't know what it is. You guys are going to know way better than me, but it feels like it's tied to possibly like a narrative, a belief, some kind of idea that maybe was projected upon you when you were younger. I don't know. That is about like things need to go slow, or it's always going to be slow for you, or it's always going to be like hard work. Like there's something around here, like you being able to break free of this and start seeing fast movement and high levels of reciprocity coming back to you. So yeah, so fire signs, that's my reading for you. Let me know to all my fire signs. I really actually like that reading for you. Let me know if that resonated at all. I'll take a look in the chat in 1 second. We'll get the cards ready for Hey, Bev. So good to see you. Hey, Cheryl. How's good to see you? Dynamite. Steph, CB, BP, hello. Oh, who said they were working on the, let me just see here. Hold on a second. Oh, Kim, you're working on the inner child course. Awesome. That's good. That's great. Okay, we are going to move on to earth signs. You guys are next. Okay. Earth signs, you guys are next. Actually, let's... So, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let me just get that down. Oh, Madeline, spot on. Cool. All right. Let's find out what's in store for my earth signs for the first half of November. Of course, you've got that full moon in Taurus on the 15th, which, of course, is going to be very nice for you Virgos and you Capricorns. And the great thing about it, the reason why this full moon in Taurus is, and of course, I'm going to go into more of this on our call on Sunday. If you're not in Alchemy and you want to join us, join the fam, please do. We have our live call this Sunday. There's really nice energies coming in, like Pluto's bringing in a really nice energy to this full moon, like a very helpful energy. Neptune is bringing in a beautiful energy as well. So you've got, and you know, like you've got a really nice energy that's kind of supporting, flowing to this full moon. Whereas 2 years ago when we had the full moon in Taurus, and it was on Uranus, it was a lunar eclipse and it was on my sun. Right on my sun. Uranus was there. Oh my God, I cried. That was like such a horrible full moon for me. But this one's totally different. It doesn't have the same energies. It's got way nicer energies, and of course it's not an eclipse, so. Okay. Whew. Earth, Sun, and Moon. Ooh. Hey, Up. Good to see you. Okay, Earth signs. Taurus, Virgo, Cap. Let's do one more. Okay. All right, what is the main theme and what is the potential challenge here for my earth signs for the first half of November? Okay. Wow. Like I said, everyone's quantum leaping. Okay. Earth signs, the theme of your reading is the new pearl. You've been going through it, right? There's been something that you've been, obviously the pearl starts as a grain of sand, and through a lot of challenges, trials, and tribulations, a lot of work, that little grain of sand becomes a pearl. Let me see if there's anything. That's crazy. It's right before the next one too. So irritation, waiting, grit. So the new pearl is one of the great promises of alchemy. From a single grain of sand, the pearl forms slowly but surely in the salty mouth of the oyster. It emerges as an alchemical miracle, a sight unimaginable at the outset. That said, the process is generated from irritation itself. Such is the medicine of the new pearl card. The work is underway, but the gem has not yet formed. Don't become petty and hasty seeking a return on your efforts. Rather, turn to patience, consistency, and humility to remedy the discomfort. Let the magic of time and salt water do its work. Salt water also salt preserves, right? It also dissolves, it purifies. Relax, believe, and support a fellow alchemist in finding the grit that will become their pearl. Okay, so this is what's so interesting. Why are my hairs everywhere? Okay, your challenge. So you may be feeling like you've been at something for some while. You've been going through that irritation, the frustration, the waiting, and really tapping onto every drop of patience you may have in your body. I certainly can relate to that. So here's what's interesting. You also, as your challenge, got the Ouroboros, the quantum realm, the quantum leap. So again, with my earth signs, it feels like there is the potential for the weight to whatever you've been going through, the frustrations, to somehow, again, make some kind of leap in your journey. So could the pearl come much faster? But the pearl, again, doesn't come from you rushing it. This is different. Again, it's got a similar energy. It's a surrender energy, leaning into something that is uncomfortable. Can you lean into the discomfort of something and allow the irritation to do its work so that the pearl comes faster, right? And that's sometimes we avoid the discomfort, we avoid the irritation, we find ways to buffer it. And then what we're doing is we're actually working against that very alchemical nature of the pearl becoming, the pearl actually being born. So that's something, just some food for thought, earth signs, as we go into your reading. So let's see what we need to know about what's happened in the past here for my earth signs: Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Okay, we have the 7 of Wands in reverse. We have the Temperance card, a card of alchemy. Okay, we have the High Priestess in reverse. This is so cool. I love that. Okay. What else? What is coming into the... Okay. The present energies is death. Transformation. Look at that. You know what that is? Letting go. Maybe perhaps an alchemical energy of your heart for some of you earth signs. What else is coming into this? Ooh. The Queen of Cups, a lovely Queen of Cups in the heart of your spread. As I just said, maybe it's a transformation of your heart, a really deep healing. And then the 7 of Cups in reverse. Okay, coming into the near future. We have the Hermit in reverse. We have the 8 of Crystals, and then we have the 5 of Cups in reverse. Okay. Oh, earth signs, your overall energy is the Two of Cups. And I love this Two of Cups card. It is like one of my favorite Two of Cups cards. And underneath that is the Star in reverse, which can often talk about healing energy. I am getting a message for you, Earth signs, that you have been working diligently on something to do with your own healing path that is in deep alignment with your destiny. Deep alignment in like where the winds of change, the hands of fate have been guiding you. And it feels like things are finally going to start coming together for you. Things are happening, and it's happening because of some really, I want to say, possibly some healing you've actually already done in your past, but also perhaps for some of you, that Star in reverse under the Two of Cups, it almost feels like, you know how sometimes like 2020 is hindsight, like you're like, oh man, I didn't see it until now. I can see it now that I'm already there. Like I look back and I'm like, oh, that's what it was. Like it's almost like something's been guiding you to this point, but you haven't noticed it because it almost feels like a blessing in disguise. That's kind of like what's bringing everything together for you. So I don't know, like, we'll see how this all plays out, but Seven of Wands in reverse, Temperance card, and the High Priestess. So in the past here, I'm seeing this like, for some of you, you may have felt defeated. Okay. You may have felt defeated. Others of you are like kind of, sometimes the Seven of Wands can be like a giving up energy. For others of you, it may just have been like, I'm surrendering. Like whatever. I just don't have the energy to fight like for this anymore, you know, like, and sometimes it's not so much about giving up, but just more of like, what else can I do? Like, you know, and the reason I'm saying that is because your next card is Temperance, and Temperance talks about patience, right? And so it's almost like, you know, you're really like, I think I just need to be more patient. I think I just need to trust. And it's like, find balance. For some of you, you need to find some balance. And as a result, it feels like something was revealed to you. With the High Priestess here in reverse, it feels like something that felt like it was hidden or a mystery for you somehow like made itself known. In the current energies, you have the Death card, the Queen of Cups, and the Seven of Cups in reverse. I love this energy for you, Earth signs, especially given the fact that we're looking at the New Pearl and the Great Serpent here as your theme and challenge. And I see like there's a big transformation happening for you in the first half of November. Some of you are going through a death and rebirth, but some of you, some of you are actually cultivating quite a bit of power through letting go of something. I do feel like for many of you, this is related to your heart chakra. So there could be some kind of healing that you're finally releasing. You're getting it off your chest. It's going to make you feel lighter. It's going to make you feel relieved. I don't know, like, and it's interesting because as you do, I'm seeing like these shooting stars coming down on this card, which, you know, I looked at this card so many times, but it's funny. Like I never pay attention to some of the details, and I'm seeing these shooting stars, and it's almost like, a wish, a hope is almost coming alive as something is dying. You know, with the Queen of Cups here, especially being in the heart of your spread, there's just something about like your heart is so open here. You're so open, you're receiving. I don't know, like there's this, for some of you, it feels like there's like a compassionate part of you that has been hidden or reserved or not allowed to kind of come forward. And I really feel that coming forward, and it's really allowing you to utilize like your higher gifts of psychic gifts, intuition. And as a result, you're going to get really big clarity in the first half of November. Like something like if you've been struggling with some kind of options, choices, you're not sure, you're going to get that clarity in the first half of November. And then coming into the near future, we have the Hermit in reverse, the Eight of Crystals, and then the Five of Cups in reverse. So look, what I like okay, so here's the thing. The Hermit in reverse tells me like, okay, you're actually going back out. Like you're not you're not isolating yourself. You're kind of putting yourself out there, which I think is important because I do feel like you're going through some kind of heart opening in the first half of November. And so to stay sheltered and hidden and recluse is like not like what you want to do. Like you really want to open your heart and you want to allow yourself to receive, and that will often mean you have to be out and about with people and like interacting, socializing, even if it's just with a few people. And I see that, but there's something here where you start to get into your own head. You might start overthinking something. I don't see this as a major issue because it's followed by the 5 of Cups in reverse. And it feels like you're going to, for a brief moment, kind of start to look at problems again. But with the 5 of Cups, you're like, you know what? No, like I'm moving forward. I'm not going to focus on like the spilt milk. I'm going to like focus on what I'm building. And because of that, it's like it's like, it almost feels like it's like that idea of leaning into the discomfort that I talked about at the beginning. It's like, you're like, it's okay. I'm here. Like you're not resisting things. And as a result, it's like things start to shift and turn around. So there is a new pearl coming your way. And I feel like you're going to get a really nice taste of it. It's almost like it just needs a little more polishing before it's perfect, but you're starting to like really kind of get it's coming together. So what's this 2 of Cups? What's this 2 of Cups for my earth signs? Ooh, the Emperor. Nice masculine energy coming in here. What else? Ooh, the Death card again. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So again, it's like this, the Emperor energy. I'm getting this sense of like you've been really pushing hard, maybe even like feeling like you've got to have everything in control. You've had a lot of things, like you're juggling a lot of balls in the air, but you've been doing a fantastic job. Okay. Like there's a part of it's been necessary because you've needed to understand, how your world is going to be operating. It's like it's almost like what I'm getting the sense of like whatever you're being prepared for, even though like it feels like you haven't had the movement that you want, it's like there's been a lot of movement of refining things and really kind of getting solid, getting really good at something, mastering things. You may have even had to fight some battles, but if you did, you've come out the winner. And what I'm seeing is that there's an end of this energy kind of coming through, because that in essence, as necessary as it was, it's now time to kind of release and surrender, let go, because you've got big change coming. And sometimes when we're working in a way that we get into this mode of like, okay, I got to do this, I got to do that. And you start to get into your routine and you start to have like a thing, like your own rhythm, your own methods, that almost you kind of like, it's hard for you to kind of detach from that. And it feels like all those things were necessary, but now it's like, in order to go to the next phase, you kind of have to allow for some new change to come, which will mean you're going to have to let go of some control. You're going to have to let go of having to be at the helm all the time, hold the reins in your hand kind of energy. And this is what's going to really help something really come together. And it's going to be very healing for you. What's the 7 of Wands in reverse? Okay. Wow. Like, yeah, this is kind of how I felt like the 7, because like I said, the 7 of Wands can sometimes be like this giving up energy, like, like, ugh, like I just can't anymore. But I really felt like it was more of like a, you know what, there's nothing else I can do. So it's almost like you surrender trying to change that. And so you have the Judgment card and the 10 of Wands coming up in reverse on top of it. And that's exactly it. It's like, you know what? I just can't keep carrying this burden. It's too heavy. Like whatever obstacles or challenges or heavy shit that you've been carrying on your back, like, metaphorically speaking, it's like there's this almost like an awakening you've had here with the Judgment card. Like it feels very much like, you know what? This isn't working, and it's almost like it caused you to like drop into deeper faith. What's this Temperance card? What's this Temperance card? Yeah, the Three of Pentacles. So you're like, all right, I'm just going to be patient. I need to be patient here. And I just got to I'm going to build something. You may have even brought in some help here. You may have needed to work with others with this Three of Pentacles. But this is very much foundational stuff, like this new beginnings. And it's like, yeah, okay. I'm wanting to be at the very end. I'm wanting to be at my 10 of Pentacles, but we're at the 3 of Pentacles. And so I've got to be patient. What else? It's kind of like, let's do this right. Like, let's not cut corners. So we have to go back and spend more time fixing mistakes. And then we have, your 8 of Swords again. And I think the problem here for you, Earth signs, is that in a way, the 8 of Swords can also just be like you felt stuck. But at the same time, it's like, okay, so yes, you're feeling stuck. You're feeling like things aren't moving as fast as you want them to. It's like you're irritated. You're like, maybe you're even overthinking, like, I'm even doing this right. But there's also a part of you that's like, okay, let me just lay the groundwork. Like, let's just work through this. And as a result, we have something being revealed here with the High Priestess, something that wasn't in your awareness before. What's this High Priestess in reverse? The Star card, upright. I'm wondering if you got some kind of clarity around, and then the 2 of Swords on something that was, okay, something was revealed to you here on a pathway that you were needing to, like, you were kind of at a standstill over. You're like, okay, I know I'm being guided towards this, but is it this way or is it that way? Is this over there or is it over there? And I feel like you got some kind of revelation here, like something started to finally make sense. It wasn't so hidden. I don't feel like you got all the details, but it does feel like you got enough to kind of start to move forward even further. Something that would allow you to trust the foundation you're building. What's this Death card? Okay. We have the King of Pentacles and the Chariot in reverse. So in this first half of November, Earth signs, you are kind of, you are like going through some kind of transformation, but it is in essence, again, in order for there to be a beginning, there has to be an ending. So what is ending? And you're letting go. And it feels like the path to your success, whether it's financial, security, like whatever this is, you're going through this kind of transition or letting go because of the pathway you thought you needed to like, there's something different about your pathway that you're like, oh, all this time I thought it was this is what it looked like. And maybe I don't necessarily think it's a full like 180 of the path. It's just like some things are different. There's some changes, but these changes make a difference and you've got to see them. And I think when you let go of something, like you're ready to be like, okay, I can let this end so that this new beginning can come through. Like this is where you start to gain some momentum where you're building really long-term stability or success for yourself. What's this Queen of Cups? You may even have someone come in, Earth signs, if it's not, this isn't you, You may have someone who comes in and shows you a better way. For some of you, that could be it. So on the Queen of Cups, we have the Queen of Wands, which was right here in the middle of the spread in fire signs. So Queen of Wands, Queen of Cups, beautiful energy. Ooh, and the Ace of Cups in reverse. This is about a dream you weren't sure was still alive. This is about something that a wish, a desire, possibly for some of you, love. I can't not say love just because of all of the cups we're starting to see on this board. But like, it feels like something's coming back to life, or something that you thought might have been dead in the water is not really so. And you're getting, not only are you getting very strong psychic information about this, it's deepening your, it's like, I don't know. People want to be around you. Like, this energy that I'm feeling, it's like, I want to be around it. Like, so there's something that's changing about yourself that is becoming very desirable. And it is bringing something back in, possibly from the past, or just something that you may have started. Something, but it's getting a little bit of a do-over energy. So let's see, what's the Seven of Cups? Yeah, so something that you weren't sure on, like, okay, where you lacked clarity, you're gonna finally get clarity, and it's gonna be something around like, you may have lost some hope or momentum. What's the right word I'm looking here for? Momentum. I don't want to say excitement, but it's kind of like excitement on how to move forward from, like, either following your intuition or moving forward from the heart. Again, I feel like some of you guys are getting really big heart openings or heart healings here. That's really shifting things for you. Like, you're definitely receiving way more. You're receiving more than you're used to, whether that's more information through the psychic realms, or receiving more, like, just, it could be something in the physical realms, emotional realms for sure. But you get some deep clarity, like you're just going to know something here. So then, okay, now let's go into your future, because we have the Hermit. Yeah, okay, we have the Five of Cups in reverse and the Ace of Wands in reverse. So, you're kind of, you're stepping out, you're really putting yourself out there. And at the same time, there's a little bit of hesitancy. I think there's like, look, you've got, the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Wands coming in here. You've got a lot of renewal energy with the Judgment card and the Death card, 2 Death cards. And I think like there's this part of you that's got like this new spark of fire, and at the same time, there's a little I'm picking up some hesitation here. Like, you're moving forward, you're putting yourself out there, you're utilizing this new energy, and you're like, okay, there's something about you needing to be vulnerable, and it's a little scary for you. But you're like, okay, you're doing it anyway. So you're not really hung up so much on the past, but you're human. Like, there's just this element of, I don't know, hesitancy for some reason. So like all this openings, but this is normal when a lot of stuff starts to open all at once. Like, it gets really exciting, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh shit, like, it means I have to do this. Oh yeah. Okay. And like, it's just that kind of energy. So you might start overthinking things here with this Eight of Swords. What's this Eight of Swords? Oh, okay. The very clear message came out. You got the Queen of Swords and then the Justice card in reverse. You're gonna start overthinking, like, I don't want to make the wrong decision. I don't want to make the wrong decision. Like that's immediately the energy, the message I got when I saw these two cards. There is no wrong decision here. Okay, you're gonna, especially if you're starting to open up into new ways, especially when it comes to expressing your heart or being vulnerable. We're all gonna fumble. We're all gonna do things a little bit maybe out of character or misstep in some way. It's okay. It's part of the learning process, right? I think it's so important for you to not get caught up in like, is this the right thing? Should I do this? Should I do that? Should I say this? Should I say that? Like, I don't know. Don't get caught up in that. I think I think with the Queen of Swords here, I don't feel like, don't get hung up on making decisions on past things that happened to you that were unfair or unjust or didn't go the way you wanted. You're a new person. You've gone through a big healing. You've been going through a lot of work. Your pearl is ready. So don't operate from the place of the old you. This is a new you. So things are going to be different. What's this Five of Cups in reverse? Yeah. So you have the Six of Cups in reverse with the Page of Cups upright. So I think you're ready to kind of release the past. I think you're going to like release the past. You're going to move forward, and you've got a new opportunity coming in as a result. I'm seeing new opportunities coming in for you as your heart opens up more and more here, Earth signs. So keep allowing that to open up, because something really beautiful is coming together, and it's because of a major healing that you've been allowing to go. This healing has been coming though through irritation, through discomfort. So don't avoid it if it starts to surface again, because I do see it kind of surfacing here a little bit. Lean into the discomfort, lean into the grit, the frustration a little bit, like knowing that, okay, it's not going to all happen at once, but like the pearl is forming. So just kind of, that's what I just want to say about that. All right, Earth signs. So that's my reading for you. Let me know, Earth signs, if that resonated with you in the live chat. And please hit the like button. Please hit the like button. Also, like, if it really resonated with you, drop a comment in the comment section. Just helps the algorithms. Oops. Okay, hold on a second here. Let me see if I can grab. Hey, Dennis, so good to see you. All right, so we're going to move on to water signs. Okay. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, you guys are next. Cat, sounds about right for Earth. Okay, cool. Stacy's rewinding to fire. Oh, is it Dynamite's birthday? Happy birthday. I didn't see that in the chat. I don't know if it's up somewhere earlier. Again, I'm going to be going live tomorrow for my podcast. So definitely come hang out with me tomorrow. It'll be early in the day because it's just going to get hectic tomorrow evening with the election here in the States. And I want to be drinking a very adult beverage during that time, because I don't know if I'm going to be celebrating or crying into it. So we'll find out. No, I know that no matter what happens, everything's going to be fine. And I don't even want to talk about it right now. Well, I'll go into it more tomorrow on the podcast. Okay. One more cut. Okay. What is in store for my water signs for the first half of November, even though we are already 4 days in? Let's see. What is up for my water signs? Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Okay. All right. Potential. What is the main theme of water signs reading, and what is their potential challenge? What is the main theme of water signs reading, and what is the potential challenge? This is crazy. Okay. What is the potential challenge? I'm not taking two. There we go. All right. Okay. Well, water signs. Just like earth signs, you have the new pearl. So again, you have been probably frustrated with something. You feel like you're waiting. You're like, when is it going to finally shift? When is it going to be different? When is it going to finally happen? Kind of energy. You've been going through it, right? Your challenge is benevolent guide. So I wonder if you have someone around you. It could be literally a friend, a mentor, someone you lean on. It could be another dimensional being, like one of your guides. I'm wondering if you're heeding the messages you have been receiving. You have potentially someone around you, or you're getting messages intuitively that perhaps you're not fully receiving, or you are, but then maybe, I don't know if you like disregard them, or maybe you minimize them. I don't know. Let me just see if there's anything in the book here that is really kind of speaking to this. Inner voice, guide, ally. Yeah, like, are you really listening to your inner voice? Are you dismissing things? You are getting messages. You are getting like your inner voice, or there's someone around you, whether it's ethereal or human. It's asking for you to recall the guidance you have received at important junctures in your life, because the benevolent presence is constant. It's not conditional. Now is not the time for struggle or fear. Soften into the gentle humming of the wise bee. You cannot make a wrong choice when this benevolent guide is near. So you're not being steered in a wrong direction. So there's just maybe some resistance. I don't know. Let's just see where this is kind of going for you, water signs. Okay, we have the Four of Stars in your past. The Emperor in reverse. then the Knight of Stars. Okay, coming into the current energies for my water signs. Two of Cups in reverse. The King of Cups in the heart of your spread. Ooh, I just got a really cool message. Okay. What else do we need to know? The Four of Crystals in reverse. Okay. First time we've seen that card out of all the decks. Okay. Coming into the near future. The World in reverse. The Three of Crystals in reverse. I'm pretty sure that was the Ten of Cups that wanted to come out. And the Hangman. Okay. Ooh, overall energy. Ace of Stars. So the Ace of Crystal, sorry, not Ace of Crystal, the Ace of Pentacles is your overall energy. And underneath it is the King of Crystals. Ooh. There is new opportunities, new beginnings, new cycles around your money coming in here. Water signs. For some of you, it's also more new cycles of security, of commitment, of relationship for some of you. Sometimes the Pentacles do talk about like the tangibleness of the relationship. And it's more of like from the security aspect. It's not so much about the emotional aspect, but more of like the security, the commitment, that kind of stuff. New resources, new beginnings here. Now, with the King of Crystals underneath it, I wonder if you've got someone who's maybe perhaps been guiding you around you. I feel like this King of Crystals is either someone around you, or it's one of your guides, or it's your internal, it's their higher self. Okay. Where you've been given guidance, you've been given strategy, you've been given plans, you've been given a way to approach or go about something when it comes to these matters of the Ace of Pentacles, these new things. So perhaps it's time to heed what you've been given and to really lean into it. In the past, we have the Four of Stars, the Emperor in reverse, and the Knight of Stars. So again, like there's this sense of like, you're holding back, right? It's like, I don't know if I'm ready to let go of this. I like my security. I like where I am right now, you know? And the Emperor in reverse, it's like this energy of like, no, I know what I'm in control. And I just like, everything's like, you know, even though like I'm not, it's like the Emperor is kind of like a little, like when it's in reverse, it's just, some of you might be dealing with, it could be like a boss or a work situation, or, you know, that's kind of really chaotic and scattered and not really operating at its highest level of function. Like it's not functioning the way that it should. For others of you, this could be just you too, like not really maybe even functioning at your best. Like what you know you're capable of is what I mean. And it's because like there's this sense of like needing like safety or control or security, like, but with all that being said though, the Knight of Stars is here. So you are making progress. You have been making progress. You have been moving forward. I just think it's been frustrating. It's been slow, right? We've got the new pearl here as the theme of your reading. And, it's been like you just feel like you're grinding it out. So coming into the current energies, you have the Two of Cups in reverse, the Knight of Cups, and then the Four of Crystals in reverse. Here's what's really cool. The message I got about this Two of Cups in reverse when the King of Cups came out, it's almost like it feels like the whatever the Two of Cups represents to you in a sense of a union, of you and something that you desire, union of you and another person, you and an opportunity, whatever it represents to you. It's almost like you're going through an up level. So there's something like that's getting released from the old way of you approaching this, and then it's bringing in a much more mature, for some of you, this is a much more mature, intuitive, approach, response. Like you're really starting. What I love about here is that it feels like in the first half of November, you're really listening to your internal voice. You're listening to the higher self. You're listening to whoever's your guide. Maybe again, it's a physical person around you. And with the Four of Crystals in reverse, it's like, okay, you're not like, sometimes the Four of Crystals can bring in a little anxiety. And I feel like that there is going to be some element of that with you, water signs, to some degree, but I get more of this, like, it's almost like this restless energy of like, okay, like, ooh, I feel like you're almost like excited, like you want to push on the gas pedal a little more than you thought you would want to. And it's just because I feel like you're entering like a good space by the mid part of November. Now, coming into the future, you have the World in reverse, the Three of Crystals in reverse, and the Hangman. So you're working on something that you really is a big achievement for you. Like you're not there yet, but you are putting in the efforts, and you're not that far away. You're actually a lot closer than you think. And it's just almost like there's something here that you're healing. There's something that's been in the way here. And it's around some kind of wound that you have that you're really healing. And I think what really kind of allows it to be fully released is you're going to start seeing things in a new way. Like there's going to be a perception shift. You haven't seen things like this before, and it was almost like it was eluding you. Like you weren't able to see it until you kind of got to this point. So you're gonna have some kind of enlightenment come in here, water sign. So let's see where this is all going with your Ace of Stars. Tell me more about the Ace of Stars. This sun just keeps coming out in reverse. Okay, we have the Two of Swords and the Sun card. So yeah, I feel like, again, it feels like you've been lacking clarity. You've been lacking the strategy, the plan, or the execution. Like, how do I actually go about this? Like the high level, like 40,000 foot view that's going to give you the whole kit and caboodle. And this is what's really kind of, this lack of clarity is what's kept you at a standstill. And I feel like you're going to get, you have been getting advice. You have been getting, whether it's advice from yourself, like internally, the inner voice, others around you, your guides, I don't know, but you've been getting it, and it feels like something clicks for you in the first half of November that's going to start generating a new cycle here for you, new opportunities when it comes to, again, money, resources, security, commitment, something of stable energy. What's this Four of Stars? What's this Four of Stars in the past? Okay. Yeah, you're holding back. And you have the Five of Swords with the Two of Pentacles in reverse. It's like you're not making a choice that you kind of have to make. You might even be trying to like juggle a lot of choices, like, I don't know, or you're just keeping all the balls in the air. Like, I don't know what's going on here, but whatever it is, it's self-sabotaging you, and it's creating a lot of conflict, whether it's conflict internally, but it's got a bit of a sabotaging energy to it. So yeah, like you holding on to this, needing security, needing things to like be how they've been, it's kind of defeating you in a way. What's this Emperor in reverse? What's this Emperor in reverse? Four of Pentacles again, with the Six of Wands in reverse. Yeah, like having this energy of like needing like more control or wanting to control or just not wanting to like do things in a new way. Like, no, I've done it this way. I'm going to keep doing it this way. I don't know. There's just something about it. But again, it's like this holding on energy and it's not allowing you to be successful. It's not like your higher path. And you're not really feeling good about it either, to be quite honest. You're not liking it either. But it's like, it's almost like you don't know what else to do here. Even though I feel like you've been getting messages, it's just, I don't know. So now, that all being said, I do see some movement here with the Knight of Stars. So let's see what this Knight of Stars is. There's your Emperor again. Okay, so, but the Emperor is upright. So this is putting you in a better position of authority. You may be like starting to kind of take, oh, see, now we have the Fool. So this is about something new. This is about a really new chapter in your life, okay? Something that really kind of, it's a little risky. It does excite you, okay? Like the Fool is always excited. It's wanting adventure. But it's like, how do I balance like taking some risk, but also like having the control, the security, like knowing how to do it. I do see though that you are making some movement here. You're taking a little bit of like, you got the wheel in your hand. So this is good. So I do see some progress here. What's the Two of Cups in reverse? Oh, I love it. See, I told you, the Ten of Swords in reverse and the Empress. So like I said, whatever this Two of Cups represents for you, whether it's a relationship, an opportunity for you to align with something else, something that you desire. It's like I said, it's going through a leveling up. Like it cannot, you're releasing something that can no longer be done the old way. It's time for a new approach. And you're kind of like things that you've been stressing about, you've been anxious about, maybe even fearful about, you have been for a long time. Like you've been like really carrying this for a really long time. That's all going by. Okay. So this is really nice. So there's a part of you that's like, okay, it's time for me to have my, it's like, it's almost like it's, you know, it's like get in your bag, you know, like but it's bigger than that. It's more profound than that. It's like, there's a part of you that's operating at your full capacity. It's like I said, like you weren't operating before at what you knew you could were your higher potential. Here, you're really tapping into all of your abundant potential and possibility here. And you're funneling it into a new way of approaching whatever this is for you. That you know is like your pearl, okay? That you've been working really hard towards. What's this King of Cups? What's this King of Cups? Oh, Three of Cups. All right, we're definitely celebrating in the first half of November here, water signs. There's lightheartedness, there's fun. Ooh, and Hierophant. Ooh. For some of you, like you're taking something to a very committed level. Whatever this is, it is going to a whole new level. There's commitment. I like it because there's also this element of celebration with the Three of Cups. It could just be like you and your friends celebrating as well around this commitment. The King of Cups, it could also just be like, it could be someone that you deeply care about or someone who cares about you. This could be you caring about someone else. I don't know. But it's also for those of you where this has nothing to do with relationships. It's the message, like your guides, you hear it. Like there is something about like the high level of psychic receptivity that you're getting here, where it's like your guides are literally like it's either your higher self, your guides are like celebrating because like you get it, like it's coming through, you're receiving it. So there is some sort of clarity that you're finally getting. It's going to put you on this new path. What's this Four of Crystals in reverse? Yeah, the Knight of Cups. Like moving, you are for some of you, you're just following your intuition. You're following your heart. For some of you, there is an offer coming your way that is very much tied to your hopes, your wishes, and your desires. This could also be something to do with your a current relationship or a new relationship, where like it's exciting. And this is where I say, like, you kind of want to put your foot on the gas a little bit more here. Even though there is a little anxiety, like there's a little, like maybe not anxiety, but restlessness, right? Tell me more about this Four of Stars in reverse. Like something isn't in retreat mode anymore. It's not in retreat mode, which is, it's what I like for you guys. And as I say that, the Eight of Swords, it feels like you're breaking free of something that you were trapped in your head. Like it was, the thing that was holding you back was like your thoughts, your mind. And I just see, you're not stuck anymore. So what's this World in reverse? You're allowing you're either letting your heart lead you over your head or your intuition's leading you over your head. What's this World in reverse? That's the one that wanted to come out. Okay. Ooh, wow. Okay. The World in reverse is clarified by the World upright and the Four of Cups. Something you haven't been happy about, like it's because you're just like, when is it coming to me? You know, it's like that waiting energy, you know? And I think that something that you've been wanting to really achieve, you've been like, this is a high, again, like this is something that you've been wanting to complete. You've been wanting to get accolades for, or finally say, okay, I've achieved this, I've done this. It's now time to finally move on to the next thing. We can close out this big chapter and now really start this new one. It's finally like coming in. And I do feel like for some of you, like there's some kind of acknowledgement that you're going to get here. For some of you, this does involve like traveling, like maybe, like, I don't know if you're needing to like move around the world, go somewhere. But if so, like that opportunity is coming in for you. I don't know. That's just for a few of you. The Three of Crystals in reverse. Yeah. There you go. Ace of Wands. Passion is coming in. You're going to be like the creative juices are flowing. The excitement levels are brewing. There's new life coming in for you. So again, this is something that you've needed to heal, where I don't know if it's something attached to like your own creative abilities, your own passions, like following your passions. I don't know, but I see a rebirth happening here for you. What else? And we have the King of Pentacles, and this is about you having like being at the helm of your ship financially, at the helm of your ship in some, maybe in business for some of you. For others of you, this is about like leveling up in your role, like a career. Maybe you're going up to a much higher level in your career. Whatever it is though, again, this may have nothing to do with any of that. It could just be about a level of commitment. Like this is the high level of commitment. You've just like, I don't know, you're excited about it now. Like there's something about committing fully to something that you're super excited, you're passionate. You're like, all right, I'm getting this kind of like, I'm ready to go all in energy. What's this hangman? This is where you're gonna see something different. You're gonna have some kind of enlightenment come in here. So as this is all brewing, there is gonna be some kind of pause, but it's more of like what I'm getting. I'm seeing this vision of you walking along the street, you know, and you're just doing your thing, and you could be walking along the same path that you walk along, and all of a sudden, boom, like you get stopped, and you're like, oh my God, I never saw it that way before. It's like it's kind of like that. So it's like kind of comes out of the blue is what I want to say. What's this hangman? Nine of Cups in reverse. So this has to be about something about denying what it is that you want, denying your wishes, denying your desires. You kind of like see something around like how you've been denying that or not allowing yourself to have it, which is going to really release you even further. Yeah, Five of Cups in reverse. So it's like something about like, I'm not going to keep focusing on what's going to go wrong. I'm going to start focusing on what can go right. What can I do right? And it's like you're really shifting your energy here, water signs, in a really positive way that's going to allow so much to open up for you. So again, you are also in this, like, you've been going through the grittiness of it, and like your oyster's almost ready to open up and present your pearl to you. The important thing is there are either people around you, it's your inner voice, or your guides have been giving you actual information about this. When you recognize it and start really leaning into it more, following it, this is where you're going to really like open up. Okay. So, that's my reading for you, water signs. Wow. The readings have been really good. Air signs, don't kill it for us. Okay. Cause you guys are next. Air signs, you guys are next. All right. Okay, water signs, did that one resonate with any of you? Let me know. Can we get two absolutely new cards to come out of the themes? All right, let's see here. Hey, Melanie, good to see you. Jenny P, you absolutely understand this. You feel like the universe is pushing you to self-publish your second book. Ooh, but I haven't pulled the trigger on the second one yet. How do you do this? Dynamite, you're spot on here. Happy birthday to you for sure. All right. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. You guys are last but certainly never least. Let's get your reading in to see what's in store for you for the first half of November. What else to say? Oh yeah, wow, well, hit the like button if you're just tuning in. Drop some love in the comments. Any kind of love. I appreciate the support. All right, that's good. Air signs. Let's rock and roll. Let's do this. We got our first snowfall in Denver today. I'm so excited for winter. So excited. It's like finally had a really nice summer. It was quite warm and dry, so I'm kind of excited for the change of seasons. And just being cozy. All right. What is the main theme for air signs reading? What is the potential challenge? Good, we've got new cards. All right. Not sure though you're gonna like it. Okay, air signs. The main theme of your reading is the Drowned King. So this is talking about your ego. There may be something around the ego, whether it's yours or someone around you. I don't know. It could be someone around you, to be quite honest. This is a bit of a cautionary reading, air signs, because, well, we'll get into that in a second. Let me see here. Okay, ego collapse, losing face, humility. The archetype of the king is often used as a symbol for the ego, the aspect of self that is attached to its title, its name, its identity. It is said that the drowned king is a required phase in the process of transformation. Only through dissolving who they thought they were is the king able to become who they are, destined to be a kind and benevolent leader. So how does the drowning occur? It doesn't happen voluntarily, that's for sure. It's kind of through circumstances that are beyond your control, and you're sometimes brought to your bottom, to your knees. When this card appears, expect a huge blow to the ego, and impactful enough that it causes one to turn their life around, prioritizing grace over greed, benevolence over brutality, sovereignty over selfishness. Again, it's just, look, when it comes to the identity of self, God, I feel like I've gone through so many ego deaths in the last couple of years. Like I just, and it's like really being able to let go of like some of your own identity, not because it's not good, but because you're outgrowing it, and you're needing to open yourself up even more. You're needing to move beyond that. Like it was probably necessary for you to identify with certain aspects of yourself in ways, but maybe it's time to, I don't know, realize where there may have been some flaws in that identity and how that identity is maybe holding you back. The reason I say this is because we have the challenge card is the smoke card. So the smoke, it's like when there's smoke, there's fire, but the smoke can kind of create illusions, right? Like it kind of like it distorts everything. And so where have things been distorted? Where have you been distorting your own perception and the way you've seen things, the way you've allowed yourself to perceive things? For some of you, you may be in an environment or surrounded by people who are too heavily identified with one thing, and it's also clouding your own ability to see things in new ways. That could also be how this reading is kind of presenting, So keep your mind open. We'll see how the cards kind of fall. What do we need to know for air signs? What has happened in the past for air signs? Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What do we need to know about the past? I feel like your cards aren't coming out because it's almost like, no, the ego does not want to be seen. Okay, the World card. Ooh, first time we've seen this card all night. We have the Magician in reverse. Oh, there we go. The 10 of Cups upright. Okay. Coming into the current energies. We have the Hermit in reverse. Holy crap. You've got a lot of major arcana. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. And the 8 of Stars in reverse. Coming into the near future for my air signs. What do we need to know about the future for my air signs? Wow. Okay. So you have the Page of Stars in reverse, the Ace of Stars in reverse, a lot of reversals, except for 2. Oh, and then the Empress in reverse. Something is distorted here. And then the Fool in reverse with the King of Cups in reverse. Don't shoot the messenger. All right. Like I said, there's a distortion in the field. This is all just really a sign of really needing to let go of some aspect of yourself, air signs, or possibly letting go of how you identify with a group around you that is kind of distorting the way you perceive things. Overall, what I'm saying is that you're it's time to move on. Okay, it's time to go higher, to go beyond where you've been. The Fool card too in reverse is saying, yeah, you are actually ready for a very new change, but there's hesitation. You haven't fully embraced it. And for some of you, you're working like with the King of Cups here in reverse. This is speaking to one, maybe it's a blocked intuition, but it's more of like you're not really emotionally open to it for some reason. So it's almost like a closed off energy of your heart, for whatever reason. The Emperor in reverse was right underneath it. And so I get this sense too, that there's almost like this, no, like the ego's like really trying to fight. Like, no, I know that this is the way it's, it was so good in the beginning and, it was really great. And I really identified with it and it really helped me. But yeah, sure. The ego will definitely protect us in ways or guide us towards things that are going to work for a little time, but there's always need for growth. And I feel like you're on the precipice of a really big growth phase, air signs. The world, the Magician in reverse, and the Ten of Cups in your past. So look, I see you actually hitting a culmination point here. There's something where like, you're like, okay, like I've hit a peak, right? But then the Magician in reverse and the Ten of Cups, like I feel like it almost felt like you were trying to manipulate, or you might be around someone who's trying to manipulate things when it comes to like your long-term happiness, your big, big, big dreams, what it is that you really, truly see in your ultimate future for yourself. And so this is where things are starting to get distorted, because it's almost like the Magician in reverse, it's not really using its tools in the way that it's meant to as it evolves. Like, yeah, you're still using things the old way, but like it's time to evolve beyond that. And I do feel like for some of you, there is a sense of manipulation. So are you manipulating things, whether it's a narrative, an idea, certain beliefs, or the story that you tell yourself? Maybe it's the story that people tell you. Like, I don't know, but are you manipulating it or allowing people to manipulate it for you in a way that is distorting where you're going or how you're going to get to your Ten of Cups? In your current energies, you have the Hermit in reverse, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, the Eight of Stars in reverse. So this is where the ego is flailing. I look, this is a different energy than the other three readings, but that's okay. Because it just feels like a very necessary step for you, air signs. So like, no, don't like be like, ugh. I am seeing that there's this resistance to really go within, a resistance to really look at the things that you need to look at. And as a result, it's stalling out the change that you're needing to move towards. Okay. And the Eight of Stars in reverse is just saying like you're procrastinating. You're not doing the work that you should be doing in a sense of applying yourself in these new ways or allowing yourself to evolve and grow. It's almost like I'm just going to stay in my comfort zone. Like that's what I'm getting from this Eight of Stars. So there's something that's I think going to happen over the first 2 weeks of November for you where you're going to be confronted with this and you're going to see it. Because coming into the near future, you have the Page of Stars in reverse, the Ace of Stars in reverse, and the Empress in reverse. Look, I'm seeing new energy coming in here for you, right? Like it's an opportunity to learn, but there's like, oh, maybe I can cut some corners. Like, no, you can't cut corners. You've got to go at this like steady and the right way. And you've got to get a really good foundation beneath you. Otherwise, you're never going to flourish in the way that you want to. So it's about like, what distortions do you need to look at, air signs, that are holding yourself back from, honestly, where, like a better version of yourself. And I say this just only because like you're ready to move on. You're ready to move on. There's like, it's time to move forward in a new way. So let's see what we can see about this Fool in reverse. What's this Fool in reverse about? Okay, the Four of Wands and the Queen of Cups. I really feel like it's like for some of you, I really feel like this is about a group of people you identify with or hang out with or feel like in community with. It almost is like they do feel like family. For some of you, it might even be your family. I don't know. But it's like, in order for you to really operate from your heart and a place of higher intuitive guidance, you almost have to break a contract or be willing to break up, so to speak, with this energy that I feel is creating a lot of smoke and mirrors, distortion, that keeps you comfortable like where you are. Okay. And you're like, listen, air signs, I know you feel it in you. You've been getting inklings of this. And I think you've been trying to figure out ways to kind of like move on without having to really maybe move on. I don't know. It's just how it feels. What's this World? It feels like you're trying to convince yourself like you can kind of keep everything the same and still have everything different. Like, I don't know. What's the World? Oh, okay. What's going to come out? What's this World? Okay, we have the Knight of Swords in reverse, the Hierophant in reverse, and the Page of Pentacles again in reverse. So look, it's almost like I'm getting this energy of, there's been a sense of like, yeah, you hit a peak, you hit a high point here, but it's like that high point is no longer a high point because there's a part of you that's already beyond it. And it's almost like you're denying the part of you that knows that needs to take the higher path. It's almost like you still want to play apprentice level when really you're meant to go to mastery now. And so there's this kind of like energy of, I don't know, not wanting to go beyond this point, beyond this peak, like on to the next one. So what's this Magician? What's the Magician in reverse? Your Hermit in reverse. So again, like it feels like the way you're manifesting or trying to create or like get things going, it's like you're doing it in a way that's not really tuned into like your inner self. Like you're too outside of like your innermost knowing, your inner guidance. Tell me more about this Magician. Okay, we have the Knight of Pentacles. So again, it's like you're moving, you're making steps forward, but it's like you could be going faster. And at the same time though, like you can't rush it, because like when I say rush it, I mean like you can't skip steps is what I want to say. So what's this 10 of Cups? Yeah, exactly. Oh, like, oh my God. Okay, this is crazy. So your 10 of Cups is clarified by the 2 of Wands, the 3 of Cups in reverse, and the Page of Wands. You are at like a cross in the, like a cross in the roads, or a fork in the roads. You're at a crossroads. Okay, sorry, brain fart there. And like, it feels like you may have even had an opportunity here. It's like something came in. I don't know if you've received some kind of, maybe you received a phone call or an email, or someone reached out to you, or you just got some news. Like, I don't know. That was kind of like exciting, but it causes you to have to like, it's very much focused on what you want, right? It's like your 10 of Cups energy is behind this. But it also means like there's a breakup, or you're disappointing. There's a sense of disappointing a group of people around you. If you do choose this, it's time. I don't know what to, I don't mean this to sound demeaning in any way, air signs, but it's almost time to grow up, and move beyond, like, like that, if you want to fly with the eagles, you in order to fly with the eagles, in order to soar with the eagles, you can't fly, like, be around turkeys. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's time to put yourself in better company. It's almost like, and it may not be this, but I'm going to use this as an example, because it's almost like you're in an echo chamber of like people who are willing to just stay where they are. And there's a part of you that's like yearning to move on, and you're having difficulty here. Like, it's almost like, I don't know if your ego's like trying to convince you, like, no, it's like, you can move on and still stay here. Like, again, it's this energy of like, I can change and still everything can be the same. I don't know. Like, is that making sense? What's this Hermit in reverse coming into the current energies? We have the 9 of Cups. It's like, yeah, it's like you're trying to go after what you want, but like you're doing it by avoiding the inner voice, the inner guidance. And as a result, you've got the 4 of Swords and the King of Wands in reverse. So it creates like this restless energy. And the King of Wands is very much the ego, right? It's very much like the ego, like someone who's trying to control everything or do everything in a way that's like not really in the best interest of what is good for you. It might be like, again, it feels like there's some kind of attachment to the old ways, maybe even old ego. What's this Wheel of Fortune in reverse? The 7 of Cups in reverse. You're really limiting your options, and it's limiting like opportunities that are coming to you, that want to come to you. And maybe you actually have these new opportunities, because within the Page of Cups, it's like things aren't moving, but you may have an opportunity present itself to you, air signs, in the first half of November, which could change things for you. My concern is that like you may deny it or not. And when I say deny it, because it comes with a price. The price ultimately is in your best interest, but the price is hard for the ego to swallow. What's the 8 of Stars in reverse? See? Devil. You are bonded to something. You are stuck. There's some kind of energy around you, or I don't know, might just even be your own ego's fears, okay? Of like why you're procrastinating, why you're digging your heels in, or like why you're just not allowing yourself to move forward with this. I think you're going to have a very confronting first half of November, but in a way though, it's really good, because what's forcing you to confront this is like, I think there's an opportunity coming your way. What's this 8? Yeah, there you go. The Magician in reverse. Again, this is a little more manipulative energy, or not using their tools to the best of their ability, right? So, stop that, air signs. Stop that. Whatever this is. Page of Stars. If you're surrounded with people that are keeping you kind of in a kind of a stuck place, like that is something that I've had to really, like, I would say over the last 10 years have been fine tuning and refining and realizing how important it is to have people who are already doing and acting the things that you want to like strive for, like your achievements, who are walking a path or walking the walk of the things that you want for yourself. It's so important. Like your environment is so key. And I feel like this is something like for some of you, this has to do with your environment. So the Page of Stars in reverse is clarified by the Strength card. Tell me more about this Page of Stars in reverse. We have the Moon in reverse. Ooh, and the Star in reverse. Okay, so again, there's this there's this immature energy around you, okay? Or it's an immature part of your ego. And you're going to confront it. It's whatever this energy is, you're going to confront it. You're going to have courage, because there's something very revealing about this and how this is not part of your path forward. Okay, this is not part of your destiny. And there's something about this immature energy that is going to reveal something like again, this is a very necessary like process that's happening. And so the Ace of Stars, the Ace of Stars in reverse, the King of Cups in reverse. I think, yeah, okay, there we go. The Ten of Swords in reverse and the Fool in reverse. I think you have to emotionally detach from whatever this is that's holding you back from like this new beginning, this new opportunity. For some of you, this is going to bring in new finance, new career or job opportunities, different kind of security, a different way for you to support yourself. And in order to kind of allow yourself to finally get unshackled from this energy that is kind of either it's around you or it's like something within you, like it's your own ego, you're going to have to allow for the ego death, right? The King of Cups in reverse is also like, it's like the kind of the energy of someone who can spiritually bypass. So I see you like really kind of putting an end to that, which is kind of nice. I'm glad I'm seeing this here, air signs. So whether you're around people that spiritually bypass or you're doing some, like we all do some spiritual bypassing, like none of us are free of that. What's this Empress in reverse? Good. Four of Cups in reverse. There is something that you really want, okay? But it feels like in a distance from you. And you've not been happy that it's been at a distance from you. And I think you're going to finally go for it. Something that you've been waiting on. You've been buying time. You may have even already planted some seeds for it, but you haven't really acted on it. I see that you're going to finally like grow some balls, so to speak, air signs, and you're going to go for it. You're going to finally start going for the thing that you know you want. And in a way, it's also about like allowing yourself to expand and grow. where you've held yourself back, you're gonna finally unleash yourself. So that's really good. I think it's just, the thing is you're gonna have to like really recognize what's distorting everything here. Like, where has the ego convinced you that it's like not that bad or it's not a big deal, and you're gonna have to really face that. Again, whether it's within yourself or people around you, I do feel for a good chunk of you, this is your environment. So pay attention. See what comes up. So again, opportunity coming your way in the first half of November, that's going to really force you to confront this, because can you really let this pass by? Right? This is important. Some people are just not ready to move forward in the way that you are. And you got to be willing to be okay to like say, okay, it's time for me to maybe let things go or not put so much energy or time into. So yeah. So anyways, that's the readings for everyone. Again, if you're just tuning in, please hit the like button, drop some love in the comment section. I will be going live for a podcast tomorrow, a special solo broadcast on why predictions are going to become less reliable, which we mean we've already been seeing. It's already been, and it's not just about timeline fluctuations, okay? It's bigger than that, but it's a positive thing. So I'm going to be talking about that. I'm also going to be talking about some other stuff. So tune in, and then I will also be live on another big YouTube channel on Thursday night. So I will make sure to post that for you guys if you want to tune in and jump into the live chat with me, because we're going to be live. All right, guys, I love you. Have an amazing week. Oh, some of us are going to be crying into our soup tomorrow, and some of us are going to be cheering. I don't know which way it's going to go, but whatever way it goes, just know the path is taking us where we need to go. It just may not be the way some of us want. And so, or it may be exactly the way some of us want, or maybe we think it's exactly the way we want and it's not. I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy to think of all the different possibilities. Okay. I love you guys. Have an amazing week. And don't allow the polarization of a few to affect your like energy, like your own state of being. Know that there are a lot of people that aren't, like that. It's like, the squeakiest wheel gets like the oil, kind of like gets the attention. So just know that I feel like so many of us are wanting similar things. We just have different ideas of how we're going to get there. So unity is, I think, the most important thing. And I think that's something I've definitely seen coming down the pipeline in our very near future, that it's like we can't keep going at each other or thinking like people who think differently than us are the enemy or they're against us. They're not. They're just thinking about things differently. They're just seeing things in different ways. And we have to be open to, we got to be open to being open to each other. That's like the only way forward, truly. So hopefully, I do see a path getting